Hi and welcome to another gaming video, and in today's video I want to talk about games consoles and the games you play on them. I've done a lot of videos in the last couple of weeks on my new 2DS XL and my new 3DS XL, and it got me thinking that I've kind of pushed this little beauty aside. This is my original 3DS, and any game that is developed for the 3DS will run on this, and it will run perfectly well, because it's designed for this console. And that is how consoles work. They're not like gaming PCs. If you buy a game for a PlayStation 3, it runs perfectly well on a PlayStation 3. And any console will be the same. You do have the odd exception where you get what I call cross-gen games, where they release it on the PS3, but they also release it on the PS4, and that tends to come towards the end of the PS3's, for instance, life. I had Wolfenstein New Order on the PS3, absolutely superb game, really showed off what the PS3 was capable of, but you could tell while playing it that it was pushing the PS3 past its limits, and if you played it on the PS4, it was a much smoother experience. Personally, I think that's deliberate. They release it on both to show you how good it is on the next gen, to try and push you to buy a next gen console. That happens across most consoles. However, with the DS range, that's less of an issue. Games are released on DS, they play fine. Games are released on the 3DS, they play fine. Now, with all these videos that I've been doing about the new range of consoles, does it make sense that this plays this the same as this? And it doesn't. There are some advantages. This is not what I would call a next-gen console. The successor to the 3DS is the Switch. This is a stopgap. It's like the PS4 Pro versus the PS4. This is the PS4, this is the PS4 Pro. It's a upgraded, beefier console, and even with the PS4 Pro, original PS4 games would play a little better on the PS4 Pro, just because of the increased hardware, and you do get that with the new 3DS XL and the others in the new range. Super Smash Bros. Loads quicker on the new 3DS XL, it runs a little better, but that does not mean that it doesn't run well on here, it's just that it runs better on this one. All games developed for the 3DS range, so 3DS, 2DS and original 3DS XL, runs perfectly well. And if you are looking to get into the 3DS range as a casual gamer, not wanting to spend a fortune, then you can pick up an original 3DS for about £30, I would say, these days, whereas this new 3DS XL is over £100. And in terms of gameplay, they both play fantastic. Yes, there are some advantages to having a new 3DS. It's a little bit quicker, load times will be quicker. There are very, very few games like Super Smash Bros. That, while it was developed for this system, it will take advantage of the C-Stick, which you don't get on the original, on this system. So, unless you are particularly interested in super fast load times and the extra buttons for the odd game, then the original 3DS is great, and it will play every 3DS game perfectly fine. And that goes for the original 2DS and the original 3DS XL. What console you buy depends on what your gaming experience wants to be like and how much you want to spend, and how much time you're going to spend playing on it. If you just want a console for casual 3DS play, grab one of these. All these games will run perfectly fine. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if you're going to get into the 3DS range, you want to go for the biggest and the best and the fastest. I've got a new 3DS XL because I'm a massive DS fan, and I do lots of different things on my DS, and I run homebrew and I play my 3DS a lot, so I wanted the best experience. But for the casual gamer, for those that are just interested in playing some 3DS games once in a while, or aren't interested in spending a fortune, original 3DS, original 2DS even, grab one. Pick them up dirt cheap. They will play every game just as they should. Link, like, subscribe, enjoy.